Hello and welcome back to the Mr. Blueberry Cheesecake channel. Today I have a replay for you in which I play Polaris, and I love Polaris. And my opponent here is playing Aquarion, which is kind of a weird matchup because Polaris is not they don't like water. They just freeze it. Whereas these people, these Atlanteons, Aquarions, they love water. In fact, all of these tiles are water. So is this even continents anymore? I guess so. Actually, is this continents? I mean, every tile is water. Except for the mountains. Okay, guess not. Anyway, this is a very interesting matchup, and what I would like you to do is take a look at how this game is played, and then guess the ELO ratings of. Well, I guess you know mine. You can just search that up. But take a look at the ELO rating of this guy, and if you have a guess, then let me know in the comments. Now we're going to take a look at this replay. We can turn the replay fog off, turn the shared fog off, autofocus is on, and we're going to take a look at my perspective here. Playing Polaris on continents, small continents, versus Aquarion is it's something. Alright, so let's just get right into it. By the way, if you like my content, like and subscribe, you know what to do. We have a very interesting spawn. Usually what you want to do with Polaris is either go for the linking up of your cities with the outposts, or you could go for hunting, because I don't know if this is actually a rule. Probably should have looked that up, but I don't have time. But you always spawn with 2 animals. And there's also a lot of fruits, because this is Aquarion terrain. So yeah, we're going to go for the resource indicators that there is a village here. Very strong indicator that there is going to be one over here. And these 2 also indicate that there might be something over here. This fish, not really sure. There's also this forest that doesn't mean anything. But yeah, we go for these indicators here. And I'm right. Woo! So we go pre-capture for the org, so that we can level up both of these cities. And I'm going to be quite conservative with this Mooney, because that's a 5-star unit. And you don't want to lose that as early as you may be going to do. An Explorer. Explorer is wild. Especially since, well, I could have known that there's water all over the place. I get that lighthouse, and we see that there's a river over here, and that's about all that we can get out of that. I go for this village. Now that I know that my opponent likely spawned in this corner, we can quite safely try to cut them off of this section of the map. And you may think, river, well, that is a problem, because your opponent can't walk on. It's Aquarion, they can walk on water. Just like these little guys, they can also walk on water. You know, Aquarion and Polaris aren't that different. I mean, they're special tribes, they walk on water, that's about it. Okay, so we go for some levels. I make a small mistake here, trying to pop a fruit. Don't know why. Wait, could I have done something? Nope. I was thinking whether or not I could link up these cities, but I don't have the stars for that. So misplay here. Take a workshop, because our explorers actually can't walk on water tiles, which is crazy. We meet our opponent. Now I link up my cities. So it's not that big of a deal that I got that fruit. Take resources, link up the other city as well, that's going to level it up. Take a workshop, and our economy, in terms of Polaris, this is crazy good. 14 SPT, that's not bad. It's not bad, but our opponent is here, and they are not likely to let us do our thing. They break our ice. Not sure. They probably just wanted to meet us. And misplay. Didn't check. They had a defense bonus. That means that they have archery. Archery on small maps is goated. Absolutely goated. One of the strongest technologies in the game. If you are very crammed onto just a couple of villages, you can get a lot of value out of these. This mermaid is going to survive. So misplay, didn't check, didn't have time. It was a live game after all. So yeah, there we see it. They could have sieged, which is weird because I wouldn't be able to unsiege, right? No, so they could have sieged. Misplay on that part. Important to point that out. Take hunting, which will allow me, if we go back a bit, you can see that this is a river because of this faint blue, these edges, which means that if I take an explorer here, it is going to go onto this land tile over here, and then it can't really go any other way than just discover the land that is over here. So taking an explorer here is going to be very nice because that is going to allow us to have vision on our opponent. We see a ruin, we see them going to capture a village, we see their capital, we see a lighthouse, and we see that they have riding as well, which is one of the strongest aspects of Aquarion, I would say. Riding is a really good technology for them. Amphibians are just great units in general. We see them going for that village. They level up their city. But we are still quite clueless about what's going on here. We are in second place, even though the scores are pretty close. But we do have riding, and riding versus archery. And usually archery is a pretty good counter, but I mean there's a lot of water, and forests are not very common on Aquarion terrain, so kind of a weird matchup here that we have going on. What I do notice here is that I can level up this city by linking it up, and that's also going to allow us to get Agami going. And Agami is really nice, even though it doesn't really match up very well against archers, must admit. Go for the Agami, really nice. We just level up the city because, well, stars are good. Level up this city as well, take resources, and 23 stars per turn. That is crazy economy for Polaris. Really, really good economy. Usually, at this point, you're at like 17 or something. I don't think that there is a lot of things that I could have done in terms of economy that would have made it so that I had a better one. So we see them going for some aggressive maneuvers here. They siege, or at least they kill my warrior. Basically for free. 2 archers and a rider, amphibian. That's basically free value for them. But I can unsiege, no big deal. So in return, I get to kill their 3-star unit. So it's basically an equal trade. 3 stars lost on income for their 3-star unit. That's okay. We see them take a village over here, and the nice thing about having a Mooney next to a village that has just been captured is that you can go and stand next to it, which is going to freeze the unit in the village, making the village basically useless. We see them making more aggressive moves, but they very smartly decide not to go for a siege because they know we can unsiege. They have vision on basically everything, I will say. We get a veteran swordsman from that ruin, which is nice. And as I said, I can freeze this unit inside of this village. I finally move a warrior over here to check it out, but there's nothing. There is actually a ruin in the fog over here, but that's just going to take way too long. Okay, so we get roads, which is very, very nice. That is going to synergize really well with these riders. But I see a problem. Namely, how am I going to attack? Because Polaris is not really suited to attack on water because they need to freeze it. And this Gami is not in a good spot to do such a thing, so... We do get some kills though. Really nice. Oh, a road. Oh, another road. Shkablamski. Bye bye archers. It cost me a lot of stars, but... These roads are going to be pivotal in trying to make a counter push happen. And archers, without the defense bonus, without proper support from any defense bonus warriors, is going to be pretty simple to get rid of. Okay, they managed to put some pressure on me on this side of the map. They can't use this, but they can, however, get a lot of value with their archers. And I can get a lot of value with my riders. And now there's a land bridge, meaning it is time for some whacking. Whack a this, a whack a that. It's time for rider roads. By the way, if you can tell, I'm a bit under the weather, bit ill, but you know. I'll be fine. I've taken my medicine. It's I just need some of these pills. Okay, so we just get absolutely destroyed in terms of this Gami, but the thing about Gamis is that they are not that important in the matchup with anything, basically. Because Moonies have auto freeze. And what's going to happen now is a complete annihilation of Aquarion's defense. Because they aren't able to break this ice. They just forgot to do that. If they had broken the ice, I would not have been able to do anything anymore. Except for the fact that I have another Gami, of course. We see a shark. Sharks are bad units. They need a buff. They need to have 15 HP or something. Or escape. Escape, and that's just that would really make them good units. Shark just they're just not so bad. They're so bad. And yeah, that is bye-bye to a lot of archers. Archers are really good units, but riders can attack into them very effectively. And we are also sieging their city with a veteran swordsman. And we take a border growth here just to make our attack on this city even easier. And we see that they cannot unsiege. And this is where they give up. So what I want you to do now is take a guess at what kind of ELO my opponent has here. And if you've done that, of course you can also just like and subscribe, you know, while you're at it. Got you there. Anyway, so the ELO rating of this player was high, very high. Not sure how to process this, but yeah, this is the player I played against, and I'm not sure about what exactly went wrong here for them. I mean, Aquarion is not a good tribe, but Polaris is not that strong either. They did make some very aggressive plays pretty early on with these archers. And also take a look at how the spreading is going. My expansion is just very rapid, and it just works. Whereas my opponent is just a bit slow. They are slow to get this village, and I understand because there's no resources in that. But really though, the archery play was really aggressive, and I think that is well, they focus a lot on the army techs. They have climbing, they have riding, they have archery, they have forestry, they have so many technologies. And I don't know if they got that from a ruin or something. I mean, there is ruins. Where is that? What do they get from that? Pretty curious. Stars! They get stars! I don't think that this player had a lot of experience in playing Aquarion. Especially not against Polaris, because, well, Polaris is weird. But a lot of fun. Yeah, I think that they played pretty poorly. Especially for such a high rated player. But it was really enjoyable, and it was kind of cool to play against somebody who's around the 1750 ELO rate mark. That's incredible to me. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope you guessed very wrong, and that you thought that this player was bad. Or maybe you want... Let's put it the other way. I hope that you guessed that this player was so incredibly good. Yeah, so I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!